It's been a long time, a couple weeks actually. So, a piece of my recording equipment broke that my camera phone mounts to. So I haven't been able to make any videos, but I finally got my package in today, which had the right part, so I can start making videos for you guys again. So this week I thought we would do a 4th of July themed piece. So we are going to learn how to make an American flag that blows in the wind. So we'll learn how to draw a wavy flag, and I'm going to show you how to draw some fireworks. So for this project you're going to need a pencil and some colored pencils at the bare minimum, and if you have a Sharpie and a ruler, that will definitely help. Alright, so let's get started, shall we? Boys and girls, I decided that we would do a nice little 4th of July themed drawing. So we're going to make a little American flag on a hill with some fireworks in the background. So the first thing we want to do is draw our flagpole in the center here. And I'm just using a ruler to get some nice straight lines. I'm going to put a little ball at the top here. So I'm going to round the bottom of the flagpole out, and then I'm going to draw the hill that it stands on. Okay, so I'm going to show you a very fancy way to make a flag that's waving in the wind. So we're going to see the front and the back of the flag here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this line out. This is the top of our flag. And then I'm going to draw the bottom of our flag. But I'm going to stop this line shorter than this one, because I'm going to come down like this. Actually, I'm going to make our flag just a little bit wider first. It's going to be a lot easier for you to draw and for me to draw if the flag is just a little bit bigger. There we go. So you can see that this stops short. I'm going to move down and draw another line out. And you know, about the same, about a fingernail's length for me. So I'll go a fingernail's length down right here. And I'll draw again. Then I'm just going to connect my lines there. And then how we would draw an S, we're just kind of drawing a backwards S for this. So we start here, come down, and bring it around. The belly of the backwards S shouldn't go past this straight line, okay? Then I'm going to take and draw a straight line right there. So what this is doing is we are bending the paper, and we're seeing sort of the backs here. It's sort of a wavy banner. I'm going to go ahead and do that one more time over here. I'm going to make this line a little bigger. I'm going to go down a little bit, line out, connect the straight lines. This is the end of our flag. So I'm going to draw that straight down, and then I'm going to make my backwards S and connect my top line. Okay, so our next step is that we need our square for our stars. So I'm just going to put that little rectangle in right there, and I'm just going to leave that for a little bit. Okay, there are 13 stripes on our American flag, and it starts with red, and it alternates in a red-white pattern, and it should end with red on the bottom. So to get 13 stripes, we need to draw 12 lines straight across here. Okay, that'll divide it into 13 sections. You can use a ruler. I'm going to do this by hand first and see how badly I mess up. So I just need 12 lines that are pretty close to the same thickness. So I know that when I get to the middle of the flag here, the middle of my rectangle, I should have drawn about 6 lines. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm pretty close. Ooh, okay. So I only have 11 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That means I'm going to have 12 spaces in between. So what you can do if you left a little extra space down here is just extend this down a little bit and draw your 12th line. That's going to give you 13 stripes. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat this on this part of the flag. There we go. Now, when the flag bends back, we would see some stripes. So I'm drawing the curvy line. It's going to follow the curve of the backwards S, and we'll probably only see one stripe here. So we'll see one stripe up top. Now, on the bottom side of the flag, there are 7 stripes, I believe. I'm going to check that very quickly. There are 6 stripes below the stars here, and it'll start with a white stripe. So for 6 stripes, we need 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? Now the stars on the flag go in a 4-3, 4-3, 4-3, 4-3 pattern over and over until we get our 50 stars. That's going to be very hard for us to accomplish. It's always so hard to squeeze 50 little stars in. So what you can do is you can start with some circles, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and just repeat that 3-4 pattern until you get to the bottom. And you just squeeze in as many as you can. When they print a flag, they can make things really, really small. And for us, that's really hard with the pencil drawing on an itty-bitty piece of paper. So whatever you can fit in is okay. So my next step is to take my little Sharpie, and you don't have to do this, but you can. And I'm just drawing little stars over top of where these circles are, because when I ink in over this flag and fix any little mistakes that I may not be happy with, the stars will stay, and they should stay white. It helps give me a nice line to color to when I am drawing and coloring this flag. So I was only able to fit in 18 stars. That's pretty good. You can see that looks pretty full there. So I'm going to go ahead and ink all of this in, and I'm going to pause for just a second while I do that. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I have inked in my flag, and then I went and erased my pencil lines. Now, I know I do that quite a bit, and it's something I never really talk about, but when I ink back over, I'm redrawing over the lines that I've already drawn, and it lets me fix all my little mistakes. And I think that's a really nice tool for you boys and girls to have, because it lets you sort of draw it twice, and it lets you get the best picture that you can. But anyway, let's go ahead and start. So the first stripe on the flag is a red stripe. So it's going to go red, white, red, white. Now where the flag bends backwards, we're seeing the back side of the flag. So this first stripe is still going to be red, and that's going to carry on all the way through to the end of the flag. So I recommend doing this one at a time so that you don't get confused. Our next one is white, so we don't have to do anything with that. And then you can see I have a little itty bitty piece of red down here. And I'm going to go ahead and color my red here. And think of these as number 1, number 2, and number 3 Okay, that way you don't get confused, because these aren't always going to line up here. Now, something we should note is that this first stripe is white, so it goes white, red, white, red, white, red. So we can color those in right now, because we definitely don't want to screw those up, because there's nothing to count over these stars here. Okay, so I'm going to finish coloring in this flag, and I'm going to pause the video while I do that. Okay, so I've gone ahead and colored on the flag, and the pole, and the ground. So what I want to show you next is how to make some fireworks. So our fireworks, you can pick any color you want. We're just going to start with a little dot in the center. And then I'm just going to start making little lines that come out. And you can do lines and dots, or little circles, or a bunch of lines. This part is all up to you. But I'm going to draw a few different ones. And in some of them, you can draw the... I apologize, boys and girls. My phone ran out of memory while I was doing the fireworks, and I can't see it to check and see when it's full. So I went ahead and explained all the fireworks while you couldn't listen, but what I was saying was that there are really no rules for these fireworks. You can draw any kind of lines and squiggles and orbs here. I'll draw one more. I'm going to make a purple one, and we'll have it do all kinds of funky stuff here. So you could add as many fireworks as you want, as many colors. There are no rules for this, certainly. This is your drawing. So I was going to color this in like a night sky with a black colored pencil, but I'm thinking that it is going to cover up all these other nice colors that we have. You can add some people on a bench here, or people playing, or you can put yourself. Completely up to you. That's your drawing. But I hope that you had a great time with me this week, and I will see you next time with another fun and exciting project.